Hi, my name is Eric Campbell from Humes Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Waterford, Pennsylvania. And I'm very pleased to share with you the details on an all-new 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is an SUV that doesn't force you to compromise any longer. It has the efficiency, the luxury, the ride, and the quietness of a crossover SUV that gives you all the capabilities that you expect from a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Starting with the styling. Many of the crossovers look very similar to one another, but the Jeep is very distinctive from its 7-slot grille, the round detailing to the headlights, and the trapezoidal wheel opening moldings. This particular Grand Cherokee is a Grand Cherokee Laredo, and its standard equipment is a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 engine. It's rated at 290 horsepower, making it the most powerful V6 engine available in an import or domestic, crossover, or traditional SUV. Not only is it powerful, but it's very fuel efficient. Rated at 23 miles per gallon on the highway, which is an unsurpassed mileage rating. And it also gives this Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, when properly equipped, capability of towing up to 5,000 pounds trailer. The optional engine in the Grand Cherokee is a 5.7-liter V8, bringing your horsepower to 360 horsepower, and your towing capacity up to 7,400 pounds. Now, if you look under the hood of the Jeep, you can see that everything's laid out for ease of access. Anything that the owner needs to keep track of has got a bright yellow cap, handle, or clear bottle for ease of checking. Being a Jeep, keeping its off-road capability, you'll notice that the air intake is mounted at the top of the engine compartment to maintain that 20-inch water fording capability. What Jeep's really tried to do on this generation of Grand Cherokee is bring the level of refinement and luxury up to crossover SUV standards without forcing you to compromise your off-road capability. One of the biggest conveniences is the keyless enter and go system. If I have my key fob with me, all I need to do is pull on the driver door handle, open the door, unlocks automatically. With the key fob with me, put my foot on the brake, press the button on the dash, and the Grand Cherokee starts with the push start and stop button. While we've got the driver door open, we'll point out all the fine detailing and craftsmanship of the interior. Stitching on the soft touch door panels. An 8-way power seat for the driver is standard, along with a 4-way power lumbar support. Now, power lumbar support not only adjusts how much lumbar is, but the positioning up or down for the lower back, so you can get completely comfortable. Go to the back. Unlock. Jeep has extended the wheelbase of the Grand Cherokee by 5 inches, clearing out 4 more inches of rear seat, leg, and knee room, giving it the best-in-class rear seat space in crossover or traditional sport utilities. The rear seat is divided 60-40, folds flat with a touch of one lever. The headrests fold out of the way and make it an easy one-handed operation to put the rear seats down. We go back to the cargo area in the Grand Cherokee. We've got the flip-up glass in the back, or the tailgate raises up. The cargo area in the Grand Cherokee is 19% bigger than it was in the previous Grand Cherokee, bringing the cargo area behind the rear seat up to 35.1 cubic feet. Here's something really clever. They shaped the back of this cargo area so that you can put your golf bag in, and there's room to put that in sideways. Other convenience here is the rechargeable flashlight. If you drop something and wish you had a flashlight, you have one handy. The Jeep will always be ready. We have an underfloor storage area with storage bins to keep things organized, and then your spare tire and tire changing tools are easily accessible underneath the floor. There's also a cargo area cover. Pulls out so that you go on a shopping trip, nobody can see what's in the back cargo area. One of the most remarkable things about the Grand Cherokee is all the safety systems that are designed in. There's over 45 safety systems that are standard equipment in a Grand Cherokee. I'll try to point out a couple here. Of course, Grand Cherokee is equipped with side curtain airbags, drop down from the side, keep the passengers safe, keep them from hitting the hard parts of the vehicle. But also mounted on the front seat are side airbags that are mounted in the front seat bolster. And then we have the active head restraint system that protects the front seat occupants in the case of a rear collision. Now those are all what are called passive safety systems. Things that are going to protect the occupants in the event of an accident, in the event that it's unavoidable. But what the Grand Cherokee has, is possibly far more important, are active safety systems. Starting with the four-wheel drive systems. There are 3 four-wheel drive systems available in the Grand Cherokee. This Grand Cherokee Laredo has Quadra-Track 1. It's a fully automatic, seamless thing, requires no driver input. Just put the Jeep in drive and go, and it's going to do the rest as far as the four-wheel drive system. The other Grand Cherokees are available with Quadra-Track 2 or Quadra Drive 2. Those four-wheel drive systems include a system called Select Terrain. Now when it's included, the Select Terrain dial's right here on the console, and it has 5 active modes. It can be set for automatic, it can be set for mud and sand, snow, rock, or sport. Those different settings optimize the four-wheel drive for the different types of driving conditions. For example, in the sport mode, it's going to direct most of the power to the rear wheels so that you have that handling that you'd expect from a sedan. In the snow mode, it directs more power to the front so that the rear of the vehicle is more stable, avoiding understeer. This helps you maintain control just from the four-wheel drive system. But on top of that, we have an anti-lock brake system with electronic stability control and electronic roll mitigation. That system uses the anti-lock brakes to help the driver maintain control of the vehicle. For example, if you got into a slide where the back end was going to come around on the vehicle, a possible spin, the electronic stability control system, when activated, does 2 things. It lets off the gas so you start to slow down, then it applies the anti-lock brake to stabilize the vehicle. Electronic roll mitigation can prevent rollover. If you have to make a sudden maneuver to avoid something in your path, if that sudden maneuver is detected, it applies the anti-lock brakes on one side of the vehicle to minimize the chance of rollover. These are active safety systems. And active meaning accident avoidance. Good to have the passive systems to protect you, but the active systems are going to help in accident avoidance. One of the most recent developments is a brake technology called Ready Brake system. Now it can detect how quickly you release the throttle. For example, if something suddenly jumps out in front of you, and what Ready Brake does is it positions the brake pads closer to the brake rotor so there's less delay when you do finally apply the brake. So it can help you in an emergency stop situation. All these safety systems put together have earned the Grand Cherokee the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety Top Safety Pick Award within days of it being introduced to the public. It's one of the safest vehicles on the road. It's one of the most capable vehicles on the road. Probably the most impressive thing is going to be taking the test drive in the Grand Cherokee. You're going to find a level of refinement that matches the crossover SUVs like Lexus and Infiniti, but gives you the off-road capability that you're looking for in the Jeep. So I'm going to turn over the keyless entry and go system. Let's take it out for a drive and check it out. Thanks.